Hello, everyone. Send out any last minute texts. Let's make sure we get everybody on this call. We have a lot of cool stuff to share today.
I'm in a call.
Welcome, everyone. We're going to be getting started in the next couple minutes. Make sure you send out any last minute text. Make sure that everyone knows that we have this call going on. Again, we're going to give it one more minute.
Gavin Teague, look at my hair. It looks like yours in your picture that you did with the light shining on it. With you had like the blonde streaks looking. I said, look, mine looks like it now for the way the light's shining.
Chris was the first to he's like, did you put a blonde streak in your hair? And I didn't even see it.
Well, I put it to you this way. I was scrolling through, and it was enough to make me stop and blow it up to see if you did too. I did the same thing.
No.
I was worried.
This is like shining on my head just like that. And I was like, oh, I look like Gavin.
You'll never catch me with a blonde streak in my hair.
What kind of kids we raising around this place?
Right? Mine might be gray shining, but it ain't blonde.
No.
All right, Amy, start us out.
All right. Hey, good Thursday evening, guys. My list keeps changing rapidly as I get text message from people. We are going to start with promotions this week. With that being said, let me clarify this. There's no way for us to go and print out a promotion list. I want you guys to know that. Like, so if we forget to announce someone's name on this list tonight, please know it was just simply because it was not text to me in the past 2 hours. Okay, so we made an announcement in a group and said, hey, send me your rank ups. And a lot of people may not have even seen that yet. So let me preface this by saying, if you did not get a shout out on tonight's Zoom, please send me a message and I will make a post myself in the team page about it later. So if I forget, and I am the worst person at names, so if I butcher somebody's name, please forget the little country girl from Arkansas that can't pronounce stuff right, apparently. So I'm just going to start them off. There's 70 something rank ups this week, guys. That's massive. I don't know if I've ever seen so many rank ups in 1 week ever. I was talking to Judy earlier today, and she told me that yesterday was the biggest day in volume in company history so far. That's pretty impressive, guys. Give yourselves a hand. That's huge. Biggest volume day in company history so far. That's massive. So congratulations. Congratulations. So Sarah Hunt hit silver. Dr. Mandy Roush hit silver. Tasha Schmidt, silver. Andrea Bowen, diamond. Sasha Fisher, bronze. Mary and Brian Overson, gold. Julie Shrey, bronze. I can't read my handwriting. D&J Gaw, bronze. Monica Ladette Field, bronze. Ann Painter, bronze. Dr. Paul and Carol Beck, silver. Joanne Rory, gold. Joanna McGivens, bronze. Ryan Staton, bronze. Tammy Easterly, silver. Marisha Ruddle, gold. Tracy Regers, silver. Michelle Russell, gold. Melissa Aguano, gold. Tony Garcia, gold. Cindy Pearson, gold. Colt Summers, diamond. Cindy Fester, platinum. There's pages and pages, guys. So exciting. Shauna, gold. Amy Beeman, gold. Pamela Smith, gold. Melissa McGuire, diamond. Jennifer Marsh, platinum. Chris Darrow, gold. Tony Crum, silver. Myra Brock, bronze. Bridge and Joe Augusto, gold. Jen Zwander, gold. Teresa Gates, gold. Ann Blessinger, bronze. Gavin Teague, diamond. Tiffany Henderson, silver. Dana P, silver. Lynn Carver Quinn, silver. Mackenzie Paget, if I could talk, bronze. Jen Larson, silver. Mary Gonzalez, silver. Donald Clifton, bronze. Christopher Miller, bronze. Amy Harrington, bronze. Angela Phillips, bronze. Carrie Landreth, bronze. Jennifer Kennedy, silver. Sherry Redding, silver. Tiffany Felton, platinum. Marley Tucker, diamond. Julie Adams, silver. Doug Kelly, diamond. Mama Sue hit diamond and black diamond. And rumor has it she's awfully close to Royal Black Diamond as we speak. That would be super exciting. Summer, platinum. Maggie, platinum. Theo, platinum. Clara, platinum. And we have two that I wanted to give special recognition to. Mike Massini hit ambassador. And I believe Ricky Durant is going to make an announcement in just a second on another promotion that he wants to announce himself on that one. So like I said, if I forgot anyone, please forgive me. That was just what was texted to me and the list that I had to go off of. So please don't think it was personal in any way, shape, or form. Now we're going to cover a couple of housekeeping things before we get into some exciting announcements throughout the evening. Okay, so as you guys know, Robert sent out an email last night. If you have not read that email, please go back into Team Rise or check your email to get the clarification on several things. There's a couple of points that I wanted to make sure that you guys understood and that we want to clarify very, very clearly. Keep in mind, we did not make these rules. We are passing on the information to you guys as we know it, okay? Your personal orders as yourself do not count towards rank advancement anymore. PV does not count for rank, okay? Ian was telling me today it is a Federal Trade Commission thing that you can't buy rank, so therefore your personal purchases cannot count towards rank. And Ian was the one explaining to me exactly the reasoning behind that today. So that's, I mean, maybe it's not a company thing. I think it's coming from the Trade. On that being said, 240 auto ships. Let's talk about that for a second. 240 auto ships. We were discussing among leaders today guys, we're not just selling coffee and Xanthamax anymore. We have Keto Cray, we have hot chocolate, we have all these other products. And my advice, and what all of us leaders are doing, you guys can unmute yourself and tell me too as well, but like every leader that I've spoken to on the phone today, our auto ship is set at 240, so we don't have to worry about it. We set it at 240, move on, and don't even think about it the rest of the month, because the 240 auto ship is going to qualify you for everything, for every bonus, for every level. You don't have to worry about it, and there is no game. You don't have to worry, okay, well, if I get paid on this, just very, very easily. The easiest way I know to do it is to set your own auto ship for 240, so you don't even have to think about it. You just do it and go. That PV was very important that came out. Also on the Shooting Star program, please go back and read the actual clarification for what counts as a star. They hope to be able to get the software loaded this week to that you have to be able to go back and to be able to run the report. So hopefully we can get that, they can get that paid out ASAP, that it is an issue with the program to try to make sure who's qualified and they don't want to miss anybody. So we'd rather get it right the first time than have 4 or 5 people get it and everybody else not, and that become mass chaos. They are trying to err on the side of caution, which is super, super awesome of them, and we are super excited that they are so diligent on trying to make sure that we all get what we have worked hard and earned for. So that's super exciting. So those are the housekeeping things that we really wanted to talk about. One more last reminder and a really strong push for the fact that you guys have to have 2 customers to be considered an active promoter. I know you guys are sick and tired of me saying this, but I promise you, I will bet you a Keto Cray candy bar that somebody will send us a message on the 15th that didn't get paid on their check match because somebody didn't have 2 customers and they didn't know. Okay, so if you've been on the Zoom or you've watched a recording, you need to know that you have to have 2 customers a month. Okay. That's super, super important. Okay, those are some of the housekeeping announcements I had.
Amy, can you clarify for some people in the chat on the 240? Some people are thinking in order to, they're getting it confused on what the 240 entails.
Are you talking like, okay, yeah, I was told not to read the chat as I'm doing this. That way I don't try to answer 50 million questions as I'm doing. No, you're good, Gavin. But the 240, we're talking about a 240 map. If you set your map for 240, you set your map for 240, it opens up every level. You'll get paid. If you qualify for that level you have to have a 240 auto ship to get, you have to earn a 240 auto ship to earn bonuses, things like that show that on the comp plan on different levels. So we just recommend as leaders that you just go ahead and set your auto ship for 240 for your map to 240, so you just don't have to worry about it. Now, your personal products that you buy not on your map do count towards that. So if you set your map for 80 and then you make another purchase, that does count as well. But what we're saying is to make it easy on everybody, to make it easy on yourself, just go through and set your map for 240, and you don't have to worry about it at all. That way.
So Amy, some of the questions actually were in regards to, I think new people starting are thinking, oh my gosh, do I have to spend 240? Well, the comp plan, they're not understanding that 5 levels. So knowing that you actually only have to have 40, your first month, if you only have 40, you'll probably be fine. If you don't know what 5 levels are, reach up to the person and ask. They're kind of asking those kind of things. So just so you know.
Normally answers all the questions in the chat. So just pay attention to Shane McCardle. He's always like the super question answer guy, and he's already answering everything in there. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, Chris, as we discussed earlier, you guys told me not to read the chat and that we were going to let Mr. Shane handle that because he's phenomenal. So there you go. Okay, so that's what we wanted to cover really quick on those 2 things that are super important. Guys, we are in another massive momentum swing, just like those of us that were here in December. Was it December when they switched to the Florida shipping from Dallas. Is that when we went through that? I think it was December. Melissa McGuire, remind me, was it December? Is that when we went through that? I think it was. I can see you, Melissa. You're coming with the answer. Yeah, okay. I think it was December when we went through that. We had some things going on that was super, and we had some massive momentum, and with growth that comes, these aren't like the products that make our Xanthamax and our coffee and stuff. You can't just go to Costco and buy off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Me and Judy were talking about that today. You can't just walk into Costco and go grab the ingredients and put them in a big buggy and take them to Kevin and say, hey, make this. Some stuff comes from overseas. It has to go through customs. It has to go through quarantine. It has to go through several things. So I know that Robert talked to Kevin today, and there's lots of great stuff coming, and they're vamping up, and we are really, really, really pushing out inventory as fast as they can make it. So this is a wonderful problem to have. It's not even a problem. It's just a challenge. And those of us that are living through this, the stories are going to be phenomenal when we come out. It's super exciting. So those are some of the housekeeping things that I wanted to talk about. Once again, we're going to make an announcement about the Happiness Convention, June 22nd through the 24th in Dallas, Texas. Please make a commitment to get every single person that you can get to Dallas there, because we actually need as many people as possible there, because the more energy, the more it's just going to be phenomenal. And anybody that was in Dallas for the first event knows that it was awesome. Ian is going to talk about, in just 1 second, Ian's going to talk about the training that we ran in Dallas this weekend. He's also going to announce some more dates for the other upcoming travel, which is super exciting. So I am going to throw it now to Mr. Ian. Or no, is Ricky going first, or is Ian?
Ricky,
sorry. Y'all changed it on me 5 times in the past hour. So
yeah. Sorry, I had to pop in here. I'm still at work. You see that, right?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, turn it over to Ricky now.
All right, thank you, Amy. Hey, guys, I wanted to hop in here for a minute. I have a couple of minutes, but I wanted to recognize Ian Prather, my buddy in crime, for ambassador. I'm super proud of the dude, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Ian, you out there?
Yes, sir, Ricky. I'm here. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? So how are you feeling today as an ambassador?
To be totally honest with you, Ricky, and you may agree with how this feels, but I really have been a lot more excited about seeing what everybody else is doing, because that's why we did this, is we wanted to see our team win. That's what we wanted. We wanted to see our team win, and the only way that this happens for me is a lot of people are women, and that's really, really, honest to God, that's a lot more important to me than anything else, because it is true. If you help enough people achieve their goals and get what they want, what you want is automatic. You don't even have to worry about it. Just focus on serving other people and helping them achieve their goals, and everything else is taken care of.
No, that's it, Ian. So I don't know if some of you know, but last night I put in my 2-week notice at work. It's time, guys. I want to be a servant leader to all of you guys. Like I said on the Team Rice page, it's ineffable. Like Robert O'Blon says, I see where this company is going, the mission, the people around us are just phenomenal. And I feel like I can't give you guys 110% like I want to do. So I want to thank each and every one of you for basically making my dreams a reality, and I want to pay that forward to all of you guys. So I have put my two-week resignation in. I'll be done with work. It looks like next Sunday night, Monday morning, whenever I get off of work, these are going in the trash. So I'm super excited. I don't know what to say, guys. Like, just 4 months ago, I had that feeling in my heart that, it was time to move. I just did not have a clue, like, what was going to happen. Did I have a little fear? Of course I did. We're all human beings. But I knew that God was leading me to this direction. And he has put amazing people in my life, all of you guys. And from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you guys enough. So it's time to pay it forward back to you guys. And the future's bright for all of us. With that being said, guys, I do have a buddy of mine that I've made a relationship with over the last couple of months. This guy right here is a phenomenal guy, and he does internet leads, okay? There's been a few people within the team using the guy, so I asked him if he could come on tonight and basically tell you a little bit about his service, which we worked out an agreement to where he's going to give you guys a heck of a deal to bring more leads to you through Instagram, okay? So with that being said, Brandon, I'm going to pass it back over to you. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.
Guys, how y'all doing? I going to introduce myself for everybody that doesn't know who I am. I'm Brandon, and I actually am pretty
Speak up a little bit louder, Brandon. We can't
Can you
hear
guys
you.
hear me? Can y'all hear
A
me?
little
all right?
bit more.
Hello?
Yeah,
Is it dead?
just speak up a little louder, Brandon.
All right. Well, anyways, for everybody that doesn't know who I am, I'm Brandon, and I'm kind of new to the company. I haven't really been in the company for more than a month, and I actually mainly do leads and stuff for Instagram and Facebook, and kind of stick to the social media kind of stuff. And the way I work with that is I actually go inside and I kind of target these people and bring people to your page that specifically like coffee. And the way I do this is I actually go in and look at their keywords, stuff that they're talking about and things that they're doing. So that if they have something in their bio or their description that has something about coffee, I'm going to find them. Or if they just posted that they left a coffee shop or are drinking Starbucks that day, I'm going to be able to go in and find these people that actually are drinking coffee right now and bring them to your page. And when I bring them to your page, they end up following you based on your content, what you're posting about. They're going to see that you're interested in coffee too. So they're most likely going to take, interest in that. And when they do follow you, I actually start the conversation for you. And the way I start this conversation is actually through an automatic DM that I send to everybody that follows you. And this DM actually can say whatever you want it to say. It can be customized for you. But I actually send out what works so far is, hey, do you drink coffee? Or even saying, hey, thanks for the follow. Are you a coffee drinker? Or, hey, I have a random question. Do you drink coffee? And that just kind of starts the conversation. And it's up to anybody else to kind of go in and follow up on the question. And so you just go into your DMs and you answer them back. And then if they say yes or no, you just basically your job there is to just grab their address and say, hey, look, I'll send you a free sample of this stuff. You got to try it. And most of the time they're going to be like, heck yeah, sure. And then they're going to send you their address. And then you can go in there and attract them to your customer profile and talk to them from there. And you also want to gain their email address or their phone number or something. So I'm actually working on something new that I actually kind of want to bring to this as well. And it's actually a new platform where I'm going to be plugging a link, and this will be your customer profile links. And I'll be putting that on like a landing page. And this landing page is going to have an email that's automatic. So once they already opt in, they're going to get an email that says, sends them to a button that kind of helps them set up their profile. for the map order. And the way we're doing this is basically by telling them that they're going to miss out on a discount. And this discount is $40 a month. And if you miss and you don't create your profile today, you're not going to have the opportunity to get this $40 off, or $40 product a month. And that keeps them from not making a customer profile. And after they try that free sample that's being sent to them, they're most likely going to be, they're going to love it. And then they're going to end up going and buying the product. So I'm working on experimenting in many, many ways to make this work for the best for you guys. I also talked to you guys about how Instagram works. So this is very user-friendly for everybody. I make sure that I am one email away or one phone call away from anybody that's on my service, to where I can consult and advise you guys and help you guys with understanding Instagram and how it works. So that way you guys can make posts the right way, know when to post, what kind of content you should be putting up, how often you need to be on there, how often you need to go live on your Instagram, stuff like that. And it's just very simple. I even help you guys set up your profiles if you've never set up one before. So I'm going to be very hands-on with you guys and try to walk you through the best I can, because I know a lot of you guys might actually be new to this. And if you're an expert on Instagram, this is going to be really, really cool for you, because it's just giving you the opportunity to talk to as many people every single day for 30 days as you can. So it's a pretty cool little thing. And as far as like the price, I've really knocked it down a lot. And it's pretty affordable. I've knocked it down to $100 a month. And this will get you hands-on with me and as many people as you possibly can talk to. And it'll even help build a following for you, so where you're building more of a personal brand for yourself around this coffee. So yeah, anyways, I just want to close this up real quick. It's not a whole lot, but if you guys are interested, you guys can get a hold of Ian or Ricky. They both have my contact information, and we can get set up at any time for you guys. And I'm going to repeat it again. It's $100 a month for anybody that's interested, and you guys can go ahead and get a hold of Ian or Ricky. If y'all had those contact information, I can't get that out. So thanks guys for listening to me, and I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to Ian, actually.
Okay, thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you, brother. And so just to follow up, y'all hear me okay? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so to follow up with what Brandon's talking about, there are a few of us who have started kind of experimenting with his capabilities to kind of to see what kind of interaction that we're getting, and to see followers growing on Instagram. The Instagram is kind of like the secret code, and when you can crack that to have conversations with those people, to get contact information from them, and then to have an automated system that kind of gets them to qualify themselves about who's interested in what we have. It saves a lot of time and lets you talk to a lot of people. So with that being said, I really like this guy. Me and Brandon have become friends. We talk quite often. I drive back and forth to the Woodlands. And so even if y'all just want some more information, want to talk to him on a personal level, I recommend y'all talking to him. But what I'm going to talk about real quick, and I really appreciate, Ricky giving me the shout out, and I want to do the same thing for Mike Massini for hitting ambassador this month. Like this guy's team is just freaking amazing. It's because of him that I've made some amazing relationships with Amy Smith. Like, it's, God has just blessed me with Mike and her, Carol Storms, me and her. This trip to Oklahoma was on Carol's team in Tulsa this past few days, and me, Ricky, and Chris went up there and connected with these folks and kind of did a team lunch party up there back in January. And to see how that team has grown and the relationships that we have it's just amazing. We got amazing people on this team. And so with that being said, Mike Mike's so cool message today. I messaged him back finally. We talk all the time, not as often as I want to because he's super busy and I'm super busy. Guys, this is everything that we have dreamed that this could be, and we're just getting started. It's just like getting ridiculously fun. Even with these challenges that we have, we know where we're going, and it's very exciting. And so I want to talk a little bit about the training that just happened in Dallas, Texas. I literally did not even know about it, and they admitted that it wasn't the greatest job of promoting, that event. There was about 48 people that showed up. But just like all things in life, like I believe that happened for a reason, and that the exact right people that were supposed to be there were there. Okay. And so I had talked with Chris the week before this event. Whenever I realized we were actually having it, I was like, dude, like we need to go. We just need to go. And the only thing that we knew about this company that's putting on this training is what we saw at the Happiness Convention in Dallas, which was cool. We didn't know if they were going to be doing boxing matches at this thing or acting out skits, we had no idea what to expect. And so we just made the decision that how could we put a judgment on it and either promote it to our team as something that we really need to do or not if we just didn't go experience it ourselves. So we made the decision to go. And after we made the decision to go, Chris even got invited to get in front of the room and share some of the stuff, kind of talk about what this team has done that has got it growing like bananas. and so that was a very cool experience for him. And I'm just going to tell you guys, like I went in there with very low expectations. I just didn't want to get let down. I was hoping it wasn't going to turn into some, 1980s network marketing thing. You just never know what to expect. And then we find out that these guys that are doing the training are actually building this business. And so it is not the fact that it's somebody up there telling you what to do that's not doing this. And these guys were totally open to learning the best from all these different teams, not just our team. There's multiple different teams building. There's multiple teams finding success, and we're doing some different things. And they really kind of brought it home, that this global pool that we can run for means that it doesn't matter whose team somebody's on, they're benefiting all of us, and that all of us should think that big. All of us should think big enough that I am going to get into that global pool and be able to share in the profits of this company. And so I don't care who calls me. I get messages all day long from people. I have no idea who they are. I don't know who they're enrolled with. I don't know what team they're on. I don't care. If I can help them, I help them. If I can support them, I support them. I don't care if I personally enrolled them or didn't personally enroll them, because every single person that contributes to this company is contributing to that global pool that it's going to benefit everybody. And so that was really a big kind of eye-opener for me with that training. And I'm going to tell you guys, I was absolutely blown away. And I don't hype stuff up, but I'm just telling you guys, like, this Greg Ammerman is the real deal. He is so freaking good. His team of people that came with him are so good. And they're sitting there with their hand out saying, we don't have enough people to do what it is we need to do, guys. We are going to need help. We're going to need more people to step up and help to carry this message and train the people. And it was really just a feeling of we're all on the same ship and we're all headed in the right direction, and we know who the captain is. And that they're teaching us how we're going to do it. So just to throw out some dates, guys, like coming up April the 6th through the 8th in Atlanta, Georgia. Greg Ammerman himself is going to be there. That's his hometown, Atlanta, Georgia. And Mike Miller, we got to meet that guy. Him and my mom really hit it off, and I think they're long-lost cousins. April the 6th and the 8th, there will be another group of people on the same weekend in Las Vegas training. And so that's what they're doing, is dividing and conquering this whole country. April 13th through the 15th, Long Island, New York. Minneapolis, Minnesota, April 13th and 14th. Orange County or Anaheim, California, one of the two, April the 20th through the 22nd. Houston is coming up May 4th through the 6th. Seattle, Washington, May 18th through 20th. Orlando, Florida, May 18th through 20th. And then we're back to the Happiness Extension in June. So guys, there's going to be trainings moving around all over the country. And I cannot tell you how important it is if you have the opportunity to get there. If you are within driving, we drove 4.5 hours, guys. We drove 4.5 hours to get to Dallas. So if you're within striking distance, I'm not going to ask somebody to do something I'm not willing to do. I rented a car from there and drove another 4.5 hours to Tulsa, Oklahoma to do 6 events in 2 days with that team and one more as I headed to the airport. I mean, it was crazy. We had a blast. So guys, take advantage of this training as it comes around. Get your teams there. If you want people going further, faster, moving to the next level, they're doing product training. They're doing business training, mindset training. It was absolutely well worth every penny. And so I just wanted to pass that on. I'm fired up. I hope y'all are picking up on that. And you know, Chris called me the next day as he was on his way home from to New Orleans, driving home from Dallas, and just talked about a conversation that he had with Greg Emmerman, where them dudes really, really connected. And I just believe this was a powerful weekend, guys, all the way around. It was just super powerful. I'm not going to steal Chris's thunder, but I think that he would echo what I'm telling you guys, is that this is important, and this is what keeps us and puts us all on the same page and elevates us at the same time. So with that being said, I'm going to pitch it over to Chris. Congratulations to my mother, Mama Sue. She's ranked up twice this month. She's knocking on the door of Royal Black Diamond. She probably don't even know it. That's what's cool about it. But whether she hits it or not, it's just been an amazing month for my mom and for this whole team, guys. And once again, Mike Massini, dude, crushing it. Love you, appreciate you. And Cassandra, Chris, I'll turn it over to you and shut up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And guys, there's been some people that we actually congratulated last week that broke rank that might not have got their name mentioned this week. That doesn't mean we forgot about you. It just means that we've been congratulating people all month because people have been hitting ranks all month. We'll talk about a couple things here. One, to echo the trainings. I mean, I shared on Monday night's call about how, I went over there being not necessarily apprehensive because I saw what they did on stage and at the other event, but it was just more like, which way is it going to go from a culture perspective? I believe many of us have, we love what we're doing and we love the synergy that the team had. And I just wanted to make sure something wasn't going to come in and just kind of shift the whole energy of everything, get us focused off the main thing, which is, I've seen it happen where people are more focused on training and they quit doing, right? The more I got to know Greg, and by the way, because I was so guarded, it put out a really weird energy. It put out a energy that, I got along with the guy and I liked him, but there was this weird energy that it created. And after we started talking, and the guy just picked me apart in the sweetest, most lovable way you could possibly imagine, and made me realize all the things that I was dealing with internally that, helped me release all that stuff. And when I did, it was like, boom, it was like this weight was lifted off my shoulders. I was dealing with anxiety and all kinds of other stuff and couldn't understand why. And I'm bringing this up, one, because as leaders, we have to constantly be working on ourselves. We have to constantly be open to growth. And, as we're growing this amazing team, and many of us have accomplished more over here than we might have accomplished in the past. And with new ranks and new leadership levels comes more personal development that we have to do. And the bottom line is that if we don't grow, our income will go back down to our growth. So we can get to up to one. There's a difference between being a millionaire and having $1 million. And I've seen happen over and over and over in the industry where people start making this amazing amount of money. And then because their personal development didn't catch up with their money, guess what? Their income goes back down to their personal development level. So with that being said, it's really important for us to be open and be humble. So I'm going to share, the stuff that I had to deal with, because many of you all, as you go through this process, we have to check ourselves. We literally had another conversation this week with Ian, Ricky, and myself, and talked about keeping each other in check and making sure that if we start to get off track or get negative or handle any situation, not in a way that best suits not only us but the team, basically we have to tell each other, like, immediately, boom, and check each other. Because look, especially with a company that's growing the way that ours is, we're going to deal with some challenges. It's just the way that it is. The level of your income is going to be based on the level of the challenges that you can handle. So don't ask what you're not ready for. So if you're in a position of leadership and people are coming to you complaining and about whatever challenges that we're having, you have to be very clear that it's your responsibility as a leader to basically help people deal with this. Don't pour gas on it. Don't go, yeah, I know, this shipping thing sucks. You can't do business like this. And now you're just pouring gas on the fire with your person that as a leader, our job is to keep these people, grounded. And, I've talked a lot I talk a lot about it. Can't even talk sometimes. It's great. I've talked a lot lately about keeping our trust. If you're doing this, guys, I honestly believe that what we're experiencing in this company, I believe it has a divine purpose behind it. I believe that we have something way bigger than ourselves that is pushing this thing. So we can think that we're wonderful and we're great and all this and we're doing this and doing that. But I really believe that there's like an ordained mission behind this thing from a perspective of literally creating an environment where people can grow, literally creating that place where people can get to the next level in their business. And I believe many of the people that have come here have been hurt in the past, and we've been lied to. We've been told things from different people, whether it be from a company or a person. It doesn't really matter. But if we hold on to those things and we focus on that, guess what we're going to get? More of the exact same stuff, even though, because we'll create it in our own minds. Whatever you feed grows, and whatever you starve dies. So when the drama starts coming in, you got to starve it. You have to stop it. You have to basically be the leader that basically handles and says, you know what? I know that we're in the right place, and I'm just going to have faith that everything's going to be okay. And I know that that's definitely hard, and it's been hard for me throughout this process because we just want to know. We want to know that we know that we know. But this is how to look at it. I trust Mark and Judy Wilson with my life, and they trusted Robert with everything. And they would tell me, it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Robert understands. He knows. And then they started saying, I kept wanting more validation. They're like, well, talk to Robert about it. And what I realized is not having that trust created a weird, relationship with, Robert, where I felt like every time I was talking to him, I was having to share all the things that were going on, which he already knew. So my point with that, as soon as I released that and let that go, it was like everything changed for me. And just the way that I feel about it, the way that it's all up here on how we deal with things. And it's our choice. And when we recognize that we're driving the bus and we're the ones that are control about the way that we feel and the way that we handle things, our life can change. And I'm just sharing this as an experience. I want to be very clear. I'm not here sitting here going, y'all just need to chill out and calm down. I'm not saying that. Guys, I'm dealing with the same things. I know how you feel. Yet at the same time, I'm watching so many people use an amazing amount of energy trying to figure out every little detail on the 12 customers and all that. And I understand, some people are in different financial positions that's really important to you and you need the money. And I understand that. Guys, if you go back and look at the video that I posted yesterday or the day before, when I got started here, I was broke. I was busted. I was disgusted. I was in the worst disempowered state you can possibly imagine. Through this process, there was a time where if we wouldn't have sold a house that we had and got some money from that, we literally would not have made it. We had $50 left in our account. We were going to the grocery store looking at, are we going to be able to buy this and buy that? And literally grabbing stuff off the shelves based on what we can afford. It didn't mean I was a bad person. I was going through a hard time. I went from making a six-figure income to basically not being able to pay my bills. It was a bad place. So if anybody can relate with what you're going through, I can. But this is the point why I'm sharing this. In the video, if you go back and watch it, I basically talked about that. And I talked about if you're a winner and you're ready to win and you can focus on where we're going, your life can and will change. And I took a picture and I videoed the slip on the boat that I lost because I couldn't afford it anymore, which was my dream boat, on my dream board. And that, to me, was the most, to me, it kind of ruined my life because that's what I did every single day of every single weekend. And it's not a boat, it's the feeling, it's the environment that I had when I was out there. It was the feeling I got watching my kids' face light up when they're surfing and watching them get better and better. That was what it was for me. It was the feeling that I have. Guys, people don't run towards money, but if you can be extremely connected with where you're going and focus on what that looks like, all of the other crap won't matter to you anymore. It won't matter. You will not care because you're focused on where you're going, not on where you are. If we focus where we are, we will basically stay right where we are. And I'm sharing this with you because I remembered that I did this video. And when I bought this boat the other day, by the way, I bought the dream boat that was on the dream board. And I'm looking back at posts I made months and months ago where I said Operation Manifestation. And I posted, I'll have this boat come spring. I kept telling people, March, I'm going to have another boat. March, I'm going to have another boat. How was I going to do it? Didn't know. It didn't make sense to me. The amount of money it was going to cost, none of it made sense. And everything aligned up beautifully on the way that it happened. And then I was going to pick a different boat. And people were voting for it. My wife goes, well, I don't like that boat. I don't like the color. Go look. And I'm like, baby, I'm looking every single day. When you're on the phone with me 99% of the time, I have a boat on the back screen. I'm sitting there searching through, dreaming while I'm talking to you. I'm sitting there focused totally on where I'm going, not on where I am. I'm not worried about shipping. I'm focused on that, right? So with that being said, guys, this is where I've been in my mind. And then my wife goes, I don't like that color. Well, I did one last Google search, and guess what? There was a random boat on Yacht World that had nothing to do with wakeboarding or any stuff like that. I've looked on every website you could possibly imagine, and I know every boat that was coming out day by day, and this random boat that happens to be Elevacity colors basically pops up, and they wanted $98,000, and I got it for a whole lot cheaper than that. Like, I gave them a lowball price, and they accepted. So the point being, guys, and I'm not saying any of this. I want to be very clear. I'm not saying anything to impress anybody or anything that yet. I want to impress upon you that this was a vision. This was a focus. I acted as if every single day like it was going to happen. I literally had friends of mine tell me, you're not going to be able to do it. It's too much money, blah, 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 blah. None of it's going to work out. And guess what? Everything aligned perfectly for it to manifest. I will be picking it up next week. And it's because I focused on it. And I'm only sharing that with you guys because my vision, my focus on this freaking company is absolutely crystal clear on being the most amazing company you could ever possibly imagine. We're going to have the best back office. We are going to have so where we could just go click and we can see what our team's doing, not only what they're doing, but what does their prospecting look like with the systems that we're going to have. And guys, I don't know exactly what's coming, but I do know exactly what's coming because I can already see it in my mind. And I'm sharing this with you guys because if you just focus on where you want to go, you're not going to worry about if you miss that one customer or if you get way more customers. What if you went everything that you had every single week, every single month? You wouldn't be worried about 12 customers because you'd have 20 customers. And it's just the reality of things. We're going to get whatever we think about, whatever we attract, whatever we focus on, that's what's going to grow. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I just experienced it in a very, very big way. And it's just so clear now, and it's a reality. And I wanted to share that with you to inspire you that this is your chance. This is your time to go out there and do something big and create everything that you've ever dreamed about. But you can't focus on the things that you can't control. The only thing that you can control, there's a book by Randy Gage called Make the First Circle Work. And if you look at your tree and you look at you and the other circles, so many people go, well, this one's not doing anything. Well, what are you doing? This is the only circle you can control is your circle, right? Make the first circle work. With that being said, I'm going to bring on a guy that's just been amazing and we were talking last week, and many people in this group, many teams, are doing their own, calls on the side and doing other team calls. And I want you all to know that this is your team call. This is not my team call. This is not Ricky's team call. This isn't Mike Massini's or Ian's. This is your team call. Take ownership of this call. If you're a leader and you are building a team, see, that's somebody that's making the first circle with that sign. So I read that book, by the way, buddy. So with that being said, guys, take ownership of this call. Make sure your team is on this call. Tell us what you want to share. Gavin said, hey, I have something I want to share on the call, so I'm going to bring him on board and give him ownership of this call, because it's your call. It's your call. It's your call. Point at you. It's your call. Let's start growing, and let us know what you're doing and share that on the call. Let us know. We want you to talk. We want your team to see that you're the leader of their team. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to you, buddy.
Wow, so much energy. Like I gotta match that. So guys, I just wanted to kind of share a couple quick tips, something that we've been doing. Just share a quick little backstory. When I came into this, to say the least, and shipping was a month behind. I mean, it wasn't pretty, okay? And I didn't believe things were going to be okay. And I woke up one morning, and I'll never forget, and I said, Gavin, this is it. This is the time that you can pursue your dreams. This is the culture. This is the family. This is the company with the vision. This is the product that you're going to be able to make a big impact with in the world. And on that day is the day that I said, like, I'm all in. So if you're not going as fast as you want, or you're not where you are, a lot of the times it boils down to belief. And I would just challenge you to really get in tune with where the gray area is. And, the thing is, like, people ask me all the time, they're like, well, how do you talk to people? And the thing is, it's my energy is so high, and I'm so passionate about doing this every single day, whether it's, it's all day, but whether it be 30 minutes for you, or it be, 20 hours, just possess the energy that you want to attract, because people are going to join you for your energy. They're not joining you, and I say this every time, it's so important. They're not joining the company for the company or the product for the product. They're joining you. That's why they're putting trust in you. So a couple quick tips if you're a new person getting started, or if you did just get started. Attraction marketing. Guys, if you have Ellapreneur, Elevocity, Happy Coffee Dealer, your website link, if you're posting like every post about Happy Coffee, guys, you're not leaving anything for anyone to wonder. It's not a surprise anymore. And if you want to see really, really quick growth, I would just suggest joining the Attract Your Tribe group. Amy Smith and Ian and all the other, I couldn't name everybody that puts value in that group, but there's so much to learn. We have coffee, okay? It's a universal conversation that 90% of the world already drinks. You don't have to talk about the Happy Coffee, or my coffee does this, or my coffee does that. Most people don't care about information. They want something that works. So focus on attraction marketing. It will take you a lot farther than blasting off, hey, I'm a distributor, and hey, this does this with dopamine and oxytocin and serotonin and endorphins. It's talking too much. Now, the main thing our team has been doing, and I wanted to call some people on from my team to talk about how it's been working, but they're all at the event that they're plugging into in Minnesota, or a lot of them are. I'm going to call on you, Danny, so get ready, because you're rocking. I know that'd make you excited, right? But we've been doing, they talk a lot about the three-way connect, the three-way call. For some people, that's tough. Okay, it's tough to lock down the prospect, whoever the person is, at a certain time, and then get with your coach and make sure they're available, and then the transition of the call. So what we've been doing, and what I'm finding is a lot more duplicatable, is three-way voice connects on Facebook. And I want everybody to know you don't have to wait. And I suggest not waiting until there's a problem or until a person has a question to connect them with your coach. So what we're doing, and what I've had Danny do and everybody else on my team that's personal to me at least, is when someone new is getting a sample, like let's say I'll pick like Michael McFadden right here. Let's say Mike is getting a sample from me, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, and Danny's my coach. I'm going to say, hey, Mike, this is Danny. She's a great friend of mine. She introduced me to this amazing coffee. Her story is absolutely incredible. You got to hear it. Danny, this is Mike. He's getting a sample. He lives in Chicago, Illinois. Just a good friend of mine. He has 2 kids. He's awesome. I just sent him a sample out. Just wanted to connect 4 kids. I just sent him a sample out. I just wanted to connect you two in the event that he has any questions. What that's doing is a couple things I'm going to explain. So number one, it's edifying 2 people, okay? It's edifying Danny to Mike. That way, if Mike has any questions, he's going to feel comfortable. And it's also showing Mike, who's not even a customer yet, exactly what he would have to do as a promoter or as a distributor, which is the 3-way connect. So we're proactively doing this and finding that a lot of people are coming back and asking questions. And it also gives your coach the opportunity to close down the deal and to do all of the work for you. You'll already be in the 3-way chat. So, for those of you that are having trouble setting the proper expectation or, whatever the case may be, everybody struggles in different areas. That we are finding is working like a charm. And I challenged my team to do this. And on the first day, I must have been in like 150 3-way chats. So it was the most ridiculous thing ever. But what would happen is they would come back and they would ask questions and I would be able to answer the questions. The other thing is, in this case, it would be showing Danny or me, if Danny was the one answering, kind of confusing the example I gave, but if Danny was the one answering, it's showing me, who was just excited to share it with my friend, exactly how to answer the question. And it's just as important here, as much as we try to focus on talking and explaining and doing everything right, it's actually more important to be a listener. Because when you listen, you pick up on pattern language, you pick up on triggers, and a lot of times one little word can change everything. Setting the next appointment. That's something that I have really focused on teaching everybody, for follow-up, is when you get a sample out, set that next appointment for when you're going to check in with that person. If you have a conversation, set that next appointment, and you won't have people BS you as much, for lack of better words, okay? They will actually follow through because you set the appointment, you got their commitment, and they're holding themselves accountable to you. Last thing, okay, because I've had lots of people that are like, how do you get distributors? I get a lot of customers. How do you get distributors? So I was on a 3-way call actually right before this team Zoom, and I'm going to give you guys an example of what I did. And as a leader here, because you're going to have distributors on your team, this is a really awesome tip to jot down or to know. So I got on the 3-way call, and the girl's like, oh, my God, I just love this coffee. I felt amazing, and, like, I'm just wired for energy. I have no craving. She's like, so what are my options? I want to get more. I said, well, you have to. Most people would instantly just talk about the customer. Some people are going to go right for the business. Well, what I said, hey, you have 2 options, okay? I said, number 1, you can become a customer on Dose. It's $99 a month or $80 a month, whatever you do for your team. Or number 2, if you're someone like me that has a bunch of friends that I know love coffee and I like to help people, then we have a few different options as a distributor where you can actually have enough product to share with your friends. She said, well, what does that look like? I said $249, $499, $999. So I wanted to share that, and she ended up enrolling with the $249. So the point of me sharing that is someone that maybe didn't have as much experience or didn't understand the pattern language would say, well, you can become a customer or you could sign up to sell it. If I would have said sign up to sell it, her brain would have instantly shut off and she wouldn't have done anything. But instead, because I switched the words to you can share this with your friends and focused on people, not money, not business, not the company, I focused on people, she was attracted to that and she became a distributor. So that's a tip that really I feel like could convert a lot of people to distributors from the get-go. If you just master it, just master your pattern language. I see a lot of people talking about, yeah, you can make this and you can make that. And that's not what's going to attract people more than leading from the heart and just being pure. So I was a little all over the map, but I hope that somebody got something out of all of that. And congrats on a great month, guys. We're just getting started. And it's a blessing to be here and have this incredible leadership. So plug your teams into these Zooms.
Awesome, Gavin. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to every single week, we're going to give you a bunch more goods on personal development. I'm going to get back into the Mindset Matters and do some Facebook Lives and all that other kind of stuff. So if y'all wanted to check that out, if you go to my page, just click and it'll, I don't know, there's a button you could say follow or whatever, and it'll announce or whatever you want to call it whenever I go live, but some good stuff there. So I just want to share, Robin Grisby did a training about a few weeks ago, and we watched Steph like just totally blow her business up, just started putting in people left and right, and just all kinds of stuff started happening. And Sean McLean was like, what in the world? Not like she wasn't already rocking, but it brought things up to a whole nother level. And she shared like, wow, Robin did that training on the personalities. And I started to realize that I was talking to people all from one personality, which was mine, which I have a strong personality. And she realized that everyone is different. So if I communicate with them from their personality, things are going to change. So guys, we're going to keep sharing with you all some incredible, tips and techniques on how you can better yourself and how you can communicate, which will help in all aspects of life. Like my wife, she just thinks I'm perfect, because you should see the face I'm getting on that, because I know how to communicate perfectly, right? No, still screw up, still whatever. I'm just trying to get myself in trouble over here. But at any rate, I do a good job at it. By the way, we have the Zoom that Mark Wilson will be doing in a couple minutes. If you have any prospects last minute, you want to get them on that, remember that that's Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Sunday nights. Promote into those events because it will help you grow your business. Guys, this business was built on Zooms. We don't want to get away from that. We want to make sure we're still doing opportunity Zooms and plugging our people in there, because it will help you grow your business. With that being said, guys, we love you all. We appreciate you all. If you have some goods you want to share in next week's call, let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll feature you on the call. If what you're doing is working, right? We just don't want to have people get on here and just share. We're only going to have current credibility, people that are actually winning using the techniques that they're sharing. And if we can see your numbers and you're winning and you're doing some things, or if you're one of the leaders and your team is growing like exponentially, we absolutely want to hear from you. But with that being said, everybody have an awesome night. Love you all. I'm going to be dropping this on my YouTube page probably within the next 30 minutes or so. So all you have to do is just search my name on YouTube and you can go find it there. So we'll have the recording there. Everybody have an awesome night. Take care.